there's a way that I think about gathering information and implementing plans. And I use the acronym SUP: simple, useful, and pleasant. And the reason for this is that nowadays most content is made for the purpose of getting attention and selling things. And the thing is, complicated things that aren't like practical and things that are controversial, they get way more attention than simple, useful, and pleasant things, which is totally fine because this is not, I'm not ever trying to throw stones at anybody else. What I'm trying to share is how I like to go about things. And I don't like content that isn't simple, useful, and pleasant. Like, even if it's good information, but the people sharing it are like they're being rude or mean or talking down or talking shit about somebody else or how, some other idea. Like, that's not pleasant to me. Like, I don't want to be involved with that. All right. What I care about most is I want to close the gap between where I am and what I want, but I want to do it in the most enjoyable way. And so this is important when you're going about collecting information for yourself. The narrative that I really am about and that I live is that you can win and be kind. Like, you don't have to yell or belittle or talk shit. None of that. One of the areas that I really have a lot of experience with is basketball. I played basketball since I was 5. Like, I played tons of AAU, I played high school, I played college, and I still play to this day. And one of my favorite feelings is, I'm 34 years old. Like, I love playing against the high school and college guys and, all these younger guys, and I'm not trying to keep up with them. Like, I force them to have to deal with me. It's my point with saying that is that, I'm competitive as hell. Like, I'm not trying to be out there getting a workout. Like, I want to destroy you and win. And I don't want you to score any buckets. I don't want you to get a rebound. I'm not going to let, go easy. I'm not going to give you a break if you're guarding me because I'm literally going to sprint for everything. Trying to box me out is super fucking annoying because I'm going to box you out. I'm not going to let you get your arms up. And I'm going to jump. And so the reason I say that is because despite as hard and competitive and as smart as I try to play, I never am going to talk shit. I'm not going to, make a bucket on you or dunk and then, be rude. But it's very fashionable to do that because it gets a lot of views, and I don't think that that's cool. At least I'm not going to do that. It doesn't feel, like I said, it doesn't feel pleasant. What's really badass is to dominate and be kind. And that's, like I said, that's what I want to really share with people is you can do that in everything. And that's one of the reasons why I like Gary Vee, because he shares that all the time. He's like, you can build great businesses without bullying people or being rude. You can build the biggest building in town by building the biggest building in town, not by, destroying other people's buildings and making them smaller. Right? So when I go and I make content, it's not for the sake of making content. What I'm thinking about is, am I sharing something that will help you win? Something that is simple and useful, right? And it isn't necessary. Like, you don't have to tear other people down to close the gap between what you want and where you are. For example, I don't need to talk shit for me to lock you up defensively or be really good at, having a 15-foot jump shot that doesn't miss. Like, they're not, or it's not like they go together. One doesn't require the other to exist. And second of all, it just doesn't feel good, right? Like, I'll do everything I can to win and, lock you up, but I'm going to be respectful. So I think really deeply about what is going to be the most useful thing to share and write about, because I'm not going to make clickbait titles, right? Like 4 reasons why keto is stupid, or vegans are dumb, or blah, 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 because that's just evoking emotions to attract attention. Most content is about dividing people and making them either be like, oh, this is super correct and right, and like being on board, and making people be like really angry and like, oh, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But the point is, it's getting them to emotionally react and divide people. The more controversial you can be, the more likely you're going to have a viral piece of content. So, and this is the reason why I talk about frameworks, okay? Because the right frameworks will allow you to win in every condition, okay? And that's what mastery is about. Mastery doesn't need to be loud, obnoxious, or rude. Or at least in my opinion, true mastery doesn't, right? You can do it either way. It's up to you. Which one would you prefer? And, I have an idea, since you're listening to this, that, you're not going to do it. You also don't think that it's pleasant to be loud, obnoxious, rude, and tear other people down, right? Just to win. And so, one of the frameworks that I'm sharing a lot is another thing that, like, I realized that I was doing this subconsciously. Like, I had these 4 questions that I was answering subconsciously in making food decisions, and I call these the 4 lenses of fat loss, right? Number 1, is it low calorie density? Number 2, does it taste good? That 1 and 2 right there, that's the food enjoyment matrix, right? Like, how is it where does it fall on low to high calorie density and low to high food enjoyment? The third question is it convenient? Meaning, is it fast and is it easy? And the 4th thing is it simple to track? And if you hit 3 out of 4 of those on everything you eat, it's going to be easy for you to stay lean all year round. It becomes the default, right? So I'm going to be spending more time on these things and sharing these things because they're helpful, and they're simple, and they're useful, and they're pleasant, right? And when you realize that, you can get results in every circumstance, and that's kind of the point, right? We're not here. We're not going to be here just making content so people pay attention. Like, that's not, like, if 5 people see it and it helps them, then that's the point. But that's it for today. I will be sharing more information about the 25-day Burrito Boy Fat Loss Challenge. If you want to get in, send me an email, ranbir@sanjosebarbell.com. If you get in before the details come out, it's $50. If you get in after, it'll be $100. I usually like to just, if somebody's been listening for a while and they like, what we do or what I talk about and whatnot, like, I like to reward those people. So anyways, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow.